Hey, what's up team? In today's video, we're going to be building a Galaxy version Shockwave, but before we do that, I wanted to give you a quick initiation into the Blokees line of products in the event that you're not familiar with them, okay? There are several classes. One is not displayed here, and that is the large action edition, but we'll start with the small one. These are called Galaxy version Defenders. They are all non-transformable transformer figures, and this one is in the form of its alt mode, and this is obviously Inferno. Other than Inferno, we have Optimus Prime and Megatron over here as well. And one of the things about these is, well, one, they're a little bit bigger than Lego scale. I would say the Lego figures probably come up to about the chest, but they are these kind of chibi SD figures. But the thing that really stands out about all of the Blokees products is how much detail each of these figures has. You can see the matrix on the chest, the really clean Autobot logo, and the details with the smokestacks over here, even though they're not painted. The back plate of Optimus Prime, the really beautiful head sculpt that all of them have, and then of course the detailing on the legs. And that's one of the things that you're going to see is that a lot of times the things that distinguish them is like the thighs and the forearms, they'll look the same, but the shoulders, the face, the chest, the ribs, the thighs, the calves, the back, those are the things that will really kind of set them apart. And again, you can see the similarities in that the feet, these all look the same. The thighs, they look the same. The forearms, they look the same. But other than that, they're highly stylized and they are very distinct from one another. And I think that's what makes people like them so much. You pay very little for these. These are like $3 or something like that, but you get so much. Look at that clean Decepticon symbol with the details on Megatron's ribs. That's why everybody likes Blokees. And so the version that we're going to be building is this. This is the Galaxy version. This, like I said, is Galaxy version Defender, and this is Galaxy version. And so this is the step up. If we're going to consider these like core class, this is probably considered a deluxe. And these over here I'll talk about in a second, but look at this. This is actually a Galaxy version Optimus Prime, and he is wearing one Galaxy Defender Optimus Prime that comes in its alt mode, similar to the Inferno, but we're able to take it apart. And because they have, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like interplayability, like the ports and stuff that they use are all of the same. And so you can kind of dress them up in this really cool armor. And so I'm digging that. And they call them like BFC, I believe, Blokees Figures Creator or Creation or something like that. And they have a whole community dedicated to just custom Blokees. And so within the pack, if you buy the packs by themselves, they're all blind packs. These larger ones, these are called Classics class, and these are not in blind packs. But the ones that I showed you, the Galaxy version Defender and the Galaxy versions, they're all in blind packs. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you will get a shiny one like this over here. That's beautiful, isn't it? And of course, that's our boy Soundwave. Look at all the ornate deco. I'm serious when I say that I just absolutely love the detail on these things. For something so small, they capture so much detail and so much essence. And like they don't go cheap when it comes down to those minute details, no overspray. And yeah, that's why I love these things so much. I mean, I'm an artist at heart. And so to be able to see kind of these toys that are not just very artistic, but beautiful and just fun to play with, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a very satisfying play pattern and like just playing experience. Here we have Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. And one of the big differences, so it's not that much bigger than the Classics class, but the main difference is that the joints are not as interchangeable as these are. The Galaxy versions, they all kind of work the same way in that they have poly elbows, like PVC joints on the knees as well, hinges, and everything can be interchanged with everything else. Like I can mix and match heads, shoulders, legs, feet, everything. I can swap them out. You can't do that with the larger scale one because they're just so detailed and they're very specific. I'm going to do a separate video about these and we're going to build one, but if I had to describe this to you, it's like Transformers meets Gunpla, like Gundam. But man, everything, the way they design these model kits, it's so form-fitting, it's so satisfying, it's very difficult to make mistakes. And another really cool thing is, check this out. These guys all on the inside, they're called Blokees, right? And so I wonder if I could show you Sideswipe really quick. Here, if I pop these shoulders off, and because what I want to do is I want to actually show you the torso on the inside, because all the Blokees figures are made, or at least the larger ones, are made of this type of thing. And you can see it kind of resembles a Lego character to some degree, right? Sorry, Blokees. But you know what I mean, right? This kind of shape over here. And so the larger classics class, like Transformers 1 Starscream over there, he also has that on the inside. But what's different about these is that, here, check this out. You see that? Eyes light up. Ooh, even like kind of, you can see kind of like a Matrix thing going on over there. And so they have batteries on the inside. And so the larger ones, yes, they all do have that same kind of Lego torso thing on the inside. But just give him a tap. Oh, wait. Hey, there he goes. And his eyes lit up like that. That's so cool, right? Beautiful light piping, just wonderful engineering, wonderful design. And the manufacturing is seriously chef's kiss. I believe they have their own factories, and that's why they're able to exert so much quality control on their toys. And I'm just a big fan. But like I said, we're building Shockwave, and this is kind of, it's not the super secret one. The shiny Shockwave from this pack is the chase item, but this is the second chase item, I believe. And so in one of the bags, you're going to get like a stand, and all of them come with stands, but not the small ones, but like the medium size to up. And then they're going to come with vanity hands, two that hold the accessories, and then 2 that are kind of like splayed open. And then they're going to come with these shoulder bits, and then elbows and knee joints. And so yeah, shoulder bit, elbows, and knee joints, and then faction symbols that are interchangeable. Like if you spin on the other side, it's going to be Decepticon, and then it's Autobots over here. Blurry, I know. But yeah, over here we have Shockwave. Just kind of, I think that's everything. And so inside you got a nice little pog that shows you who he is. And they all kind of like come together a little bit differently, but there's certain similarities that they all have. And like this calf is one of them. And look, there's like Blokees on the inside, right? You know, for the longest time, I called them Blokees. And while I was talking to their marketing manager, I asked her, I was like, oh, I almost said her name. I was like, is it Blokees or Blokees? She was like, it's Blokees, fool. And I was, well, she didn't call me fool. But she's like, it's Blokees. And I was like, oh, my bad. I've been calling y'all Blokees for the longest time. But yeah, these are how the Galaxy version's legs come together. They have a back and a front, calf, shin. You just put them together and they snap into place. Very, very nice, right? And then the feet, the way they attach is that there are these translucent ball joints. And then you just insert them in there. And then you do the same for the other side. And they come with a couple of extra bits too, because they're meant to kind of mix and match and allow you to have kind of a really cool, like, what's the word? Like interchangeable play experience. That's not a very good way to say it, but yeah, so they come with a couple of extra bits. And so we just push that all the way in there. And so you can see the Shockwave leg and foot coming together. Very, very nice. And if you watch the channel, and this is not the first time you're seeing a Blockee, you've probably seen a couple of my custom Blockees, like the Double Tarn, Devastate Tarn version 1 and 2, the Sideswipe Red Alert and Slag Combiner. And yeah, just been having a blast with these things. And so cool. The legs are complete, right? And so if we want to cap it off, we're just going to build one of the knee joints. You just pop this off. And yeah, you don't necessarily need little clipper pliers to do it. You can just pop them off with your fingers, and then you're just going to put them together. They only assemble one way. I mean, well, yeah, like that. And then you just pop that into the knee. Oh, that's tough. You know what? To help me, I'm going to grab a thigh bit. I'm just going to push that down. There you go. And you hear that satisfying clop, right? And so we're going to do the same for the other side. We're going to pop this off. Then we're going to assemble this together. And yeah, they feel like kind of like mini Gundam kits. And I believe the gentleman I spoke to, who was the head of their product or worked on their product division, he was talking about how a lot of them are like Gundam fans. And I could totally see that kind of bleeding over into this, the influences of like Gunpla and just kind of like plastic injection model kits. And so here we have the legs, right? And here we have the waist. We're just going to pop that in there. And we're just going to pop that in there. And then they will have a waist plate that fits over that. And sometimes they're decorated on one side and sometimes it's not, and these are not. It's just the same, but this one probably, one side has writing on it, and that typically denotes the back, but this one doesn't. They're both pretty clean, so whatever. So cool. That's the lower half, right? And then the upper half, we're gonna get that body piece that I told you about, and we're gonna insert that there. And you can see it's so even this, the engraving and stuff, or not engraving, but the details over here, just so clean. And, you know, that's one of the things that I really dislike about, like, when you get like a small toy, like a small transformer, and it's kind of cheap, under $5, you see that it's under $5 because there's just no love that they put into it. Like the paint's all over the place, or just like, I don't know, man, the details are just like not properly done, and you're like, yeah, this is just a really cheap $1 toy or $2 toy, and it makes it very unappealing, and you don't want to buy it. But these, like, dude, these are under $10. These, I think, are like $5 or $6. The small ones are $2 or $3, and the classics class, like these, they're definitely under 20. I want to say they're like 15 or 13 or something like that. I hope I put the proper prices on the video once I edit them. But yeah, and then these are just the those are the shoulder sockets. And then you're going to get the chest, and you're going to make sure that these little posts over here, they line up with the holes, or excuse me, not the holes, this space that you see before the holes. And then you line that up like that. And then we're going to get the back piece and make sure that's all lined up and buttery smooth in terms of how it connects. It's just wonderful. Again, just really, really high QC on these things. And I'm just kind of assembling this blindly, right? And so I might be doing a couple of things wrong. I did not bring the instructions with me, so I'm not sure if this goes up like this. I want to say it goes the other way. I can't tell looking at that little pog, but there is kind of a lip that's raised on the back, so perhaps it is like this. And all right, we'll just keep going. And this looks like it's gonna plug into here. Neat. And then this bit, oh, this is the head. These are the ears for Shockwave. I wonder where his chest bit is. Here it is. I see it. And so again, just done very beautifully, man. Look at the details on that thing. And it's just gonna slide right in. Very, very, very nice. He has a hose with him too, and I'm not really sure where the hose is going to connect to. But let's figure it out. And like, if I do something wrong, I can just unplug it and then readjust it. And so, like, one of the things that I like about these is, so like I mentioned before, that I'm neurodivergent, and I have a lot of difficulty with instructions. It's very hard for me to follow instructions. But the Blokees instructions, especially for these a little bit more difficult ones, it's really well designed, and it's visually articulated well, that I can follow it. And also the parts are made in a way that it's very, very hard to make mistakes. And so when I'm building them, it's a very stress-free experience for me, and I just absolutely love it, you know? Because a lot of times, one of the reasons why, oh man, that's a really tough fit. This one's supposed to go in. Is that all the way in? I think it's supposed to go, oh, there we go. One of the reasons why I have problems with instructions is I overthink things. I overanalyze things. And I usually, more often than not, make mistakes. But the way their parts are crafted is it's made so that you can't make an error. It's made so that it fits very specifically only one way. And I'm very, very thankful for that. You can see the arm coming together, and you know, these are not quite super deformed. They're not quite chibi either. I really don't know what you call this style, but I dig it a lot. Yeah, and it's just been really fun playing with these, and I'm really indebted to Blokees for hooking me up with these, and they've been sending me a lot, and I really appreciate them for that, dude. I got a box that I'm looking at right now that has Minions and Sesame Street stuff. Boy, I can't wait to dig into that stuff. Ow. Oh man, that's tough. That's really tight. And then this, the shoulder bit, it will just slip on. It will just slide in, and you're going to hear a click. Watch. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about, dude. And then laser hand is going to go right in there. And then the face. Let's see how... Oh, look. He comes with a tiny shockwave blaster. Tiny shockwave blaster. So cool. I love that. I love that they homage that from G1, you know, Shockwave holding Shockwave. And so now you know that the people making these, they're fans and they know about this animation era, right? And okay. So the neck is going to work on a, oh my gosh, I just saw something there. I'm going to show you in just a second. The neck is also a translucent ball piece. You're going to get it, and got to press it down pretty hard, actually. I'm afraid of hurting my finger right now, but I'm going to see if I can press it down using this. There you go. You heard that clunk, right? And so this is going to act as kind of, what do you call that? Light piping. And so what will normally happen is you have this face, and it has the indent already for that light piping piece, and so you just slide that on. Then you're going to get the ears, and you're just going to slide that on. So cool. And then you're going to get this back piece. Now we're going to slide that onto the back of the head. Yeah, buddy. So neat. You know what he looks like? You guys know that one band? I believe they're called like Cybertronic Spree or something, and they cosplay as the G1 Transformers. That's what he looks like. He looks like a human being, like cosplaying Shockwave, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay. So here's the hose, and I believe it's one part of it is going to go right there, and we'll just kind of thread that through. And then the other part probably just attaches. Oh, nice. Very nice. But the thing that I saw in here is this. The salute hand. Cybertron shall be as you leave it, sire, or whatever it is that he says to Megatron when he's saluting. So nice. None of the other ones come with this hand, and so I just love these little touches, these special personalized touches that they provide for each of the characters. I don't know if I've been enamored so quickly with another product line like Blokees, and it's just a beautiful thing. And then the bottom of these, the feet, you can have it just plug into the stand, and you can have them displayed however you want, you know. And if you don't want that, you could have them doing the hi-ya, you know, on the stand as well. And so lots of wonderful things going on with this product. Yeah, Blokees.com. Take a look, and I don't know, man. It might be your thing, and maybe not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I won't say that it is for everybody, but I think it is for a lot of people. They're extremely popular right now. They have tons of licenses. Saint Seiya, Minions, Sesame Street, Ultraman, Marvel, Transformers, like tons of stuff. Seriously. Evangelion, like all over the place. And they're doing really big things. And so, yeah, if you want to check them out, check out Blokees.com, and yeah, check out their array of products, all right? I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm kind of hyper right now because my medication makes me go up and down. And right now I'm kind of like, oh, I'm kind of going hyper at the moment. And I will talk to you all soon. Shockwave signing out. Later.